Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This verse you should all know, because this is so important that Prabhupada quotes it again and again in his Chaitanya Charitamrita purports and also in his audio transcripts. It is mentioned there. In morning walks, in conversations, he's quoting this verse again and again. What he quotes is the second line of this verse. First two lines very few devotees know, which I am going to tell now. But this is the verse, Krishna Karnamrit, 107th verse. Which Krishna Karnamrit book is written by Bilvamangal Thakur, and this 107th verse we should know by heart. Why we should know? First of all, because Prabhupada quotes it. Second of all is, the meaning of this verse is so beautiful and so central to this book of Krishna Karnamrit that it encapsulates entire pure devotional service. And without understanding this verse, I don't think so we can really practice pure devotional service in its true spirit. Now what's this verse? This verse is, so I'll quote the second line and then I'll quote the first two lines. The second two lines are, Mukti sway mukulitanjali sevate asman dharma arth kama gataya samaya pratiksha. Srila Prabhupada says that liberation, pure devotees do not want liberation because it is standing on the doors of the house of pure devotee and asking for some service and waiting. And along with liberation, religiosity, all the desires are there to serve pure devotees. Prabhupada so many times speaks this. Now this verse you will find, if you want to find this verse, this is, for example, in Adi Lila 7 chapter 145th verse, 145, 7.1.45, purport Srila Prabhupada speaks this. You can open that and then you can Google this entire verse, Krishna Karnamrit. The book is Krishna Karnamrit. Now the first two lines are, Bhaktis 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹 bhagavan yadi syat devaina nah phalati divya kishora murti. It's a beautiful verse, and there are two central points in this verse, which is very important to all of us if we want to practice pure devotional service. The first point is, what he's saying? He's saying bhakti 𝗙cie. He's saying bhakti means devotion, 𝗙cie means you, your. He says, my Lord, I want your devotion. But he's not saying, I want your devotion. He's saying, oh my Lord, I want 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹. I want my devotion to become solid, to become sthir. Sthir means to become established. That's what my desire is. I am practicing devotion, but my devotion, I feel my devotion is going up and down, up and down, up and down. I want it to be stable. That's what I want. Bhaktis 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹 bhagavan. And then he says, yadi. This word yadi is central to this two lines. You can see on the Google, and if you want to have a look at this verse, the word yadi is coming. And the word yadi means if. He says, I want my devotion to become stable. But then, if it is possible, he says, if one day my devotion becomes stable, I'll be so happy and I will feel you have really bestowed your mercy on me. Now this is a beautiful prayer. Bilvamangal Thakur, a devotee of that stature, is praying to Lord, oh my Lord, let my devotion become stable. And he's not just praying, oh my Lord, let my devotion become stable. He's saying, if my devotion becomes stable, I'll be blessed. This is absolute humbleness. But then Krishna might argue. Krishna might say, oh, actually, I don't think so. This is humbleness. I think this is vanity and pride, because so many other acharyas, so many other saints, they are saying we don't have devotion. For example, Rupa Goswami has written that song, Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. It's a beautiful song, Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. And then in that song he says, Na toi mama telamatri. He says, oh my Lord, I don't have even a fraction of devotion, telomatri. Even 0.00% I don't have devotion. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says the same thing. I don't have devotion, rather I am lusty, mama nevedana suno beshai durjana. So many acharyas, they are saying we don't have devotion. Periyalvar, South Indian saints, Periyalvar is saying, if I see myself, I find myself, my heart to be a stone. There is no question of devotion. Krishna might argue, well, okay, your statement is humble enough, if at all my bhakti becomes stable, but I think there's some pride in this because you are assuming that you have devotion. In fact, it is said, pure devotees will never know that they have attained love of God. Neither pure devotees will be convinced if you try to convince them that they have devotion. So that is why Krishna might argue, this is pride, this is vanity. How can you claim that you have devotion? How can you claim that? Even if that devotion is unstable, how can you claim that? So then Bilvamangal Thakur says, oh Krishna, just a minute. Daivaina, he uses a word. He says, by chance, if my devotion becomes stable, then I'll be blessed. He says, so he uses this word by chance to make his prayer and request little humble enough. Now, the question is, why Bilvamangal Thakur is actually praying like that? Why is not saying to Krishna? Now Krishna might argue, why you are not saying I don't have devotion? Simply, why you are just going round and round? If my devotion becomes stable, I'll be blessed. If by chance my devotion becomes stable, I will become blessed. Why you're going round and round? He says there's a reason, Krishna. Naha falati 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹𝗶, because I have an intense desire to see your form, to meet you face to face. 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹𝗶. 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹𝗶 means your youthful form, which is having flute in hand, peacock feather, that beautiful form where you have Radha besides you. I want to see that form. And the desire to see that form makes me pray like this in a very round, in a very twisted fashion, because if I pray to you and if I say to you I don't have devotion, then there's absolutely no chance to see your form and to meet you. Without devotion, nobody can meet Krishna. That is one of the golden philosophical points. Without devotion, he cannot see Krishna. So he wants to see Krishna, he wants to meet him face to face. But if he says, I don't have devotion, then you can't see Krishna. So he prays in a twisted form. He says, well, Krishna, I have devotion, but my devotion is unstable, but I want it to become stable. And if that becomes stable by chance, then I'll be blessed. And then I can see you. So out of that intense desire to meet him face to face, that's the cause of this twisted prayer of Bilvamangal Thakur. And this proves Bilvamangal Thakur is having love of God. This proves he's having love of God. And that is humbleness. Now, he prays like this. What are we supposed to pray? We can't pray like him because we don't have a desire to see Krishna face to face as Bilvamangal Thakur has. We might have some theoretical understanding, but now we desire to see this material world and so many things. So what we should pray? Well, we should pray, Krishna, we don't have devotion. That's clear. That's reality for us. It's not even humbleness. If you want really to be humble, then you can say, Krishna, I don't have devotion. Rather, I destroy devotion by my actions and thoughts. That's my reality. That's where we are now. That will be real humbleness in the eyes of Krishna. And then Krishna might say, okay, fine, you want to see me. Then the prerequisite is you should be liberated. So why don't you have liberation? I offer you my liberation. I offer you liberation. I am so happy with your prayers. Take liberation. He says no. Mukti swayam mukulitanjali sevate asman. Bilvamangal Thakur says, I don't want to waste my prayers, Krishna. I have already asked one request. I don't want to ask and waste my request because I know that liberation is standing on my doorsteps to serve me. If I serve you and if I have a desire to meet you, then liberation will automatically follow me. Not only liberation, but all religiosity, all good qualities, everything will follow. So I don't have to waste my prayers. That's what Bilvamangal Thakur is saying. And that's what makes this verse so beautiful. This verse talks about two central points: humbleness, and also that pure devotees do not desire liberation, because liberation is always there, ready to serve them. That means if you desire Krishna, automatically you become liberated. That's the point. The third point, note, if you have noted, the third point here, which is very important, is that that we should know how to pray. That's very important. Pray in a fashion which makes Krishna very happy. This kind of prayer makes Krishna happy because underlying the prayer is a desire to meet him and desire to serve him. And that's what we should learn from Bilvamangal Thakur: how to pray, how to present ourselves in front of Krishna to please him and to attain love of God. Hare Krishna.